Hi, I'm Marty Rosendale, CEO of the Maryland Technology Council, and I'm here with Jeff Galvin, CEO of American Gene Technologies. American Gene Technologies is a great supporter of the Maryland Tech Council, the Maryland Life Sciences, and the Maryland ecosystem in general. And Jeff has been tremendous in his support. Jeff, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Marty?
I'm doing great. Jeff, could you take a minute and tell us a little bit about yourself and about American Gene Technologies?
Well, I'm the CEO of American Gene Technologies, and AGT is on the eve of doing a clinical trial for an HIV cure. We're an advanced gene and cell therapy company. We've been in Maryland and in Rockville for the last 13 years, believe it or not. And the FDA just approved us to do this clinical study. And we're feeling optimistic that we may be able to create a functional cure for HIV. So that's me and the company. That's our big focus right now.
That's fantastic. I remember when you and I first met in your office years ago, and you were virtually just getting started. And now, I mean, you're right on the precipice of an amazing accomplishment. That's phenomenal. So Jeff, future partners. You know, clearly as you develop and you grow, people are going to want to partner with you. What would you like future partners to know about you?
Well, I think the main thing is to know that HIV is just one of the products that can come off of an amazing platform that we've developed over a decade. The platform essentially is reusable components that can be mixed and matched to cure a myriad of diseases, and HIV is our first clinical program, but right behind it, we have a cure for phenylketonuria and a very exciting, very promising immuno-oncology approach, which is showing 85% complete remission in animal models for a variety of epithelial solid tumors: breast, prostate, lung, liver, colon, kidney, ovarian, pancreatic, head and neck, and skin cancers. And I think that there is there's certainly optimism around our company, and I think there is some reasonable chance that we may be able to reduce treatment of those types of solid tumors to a shot into the primary tumor, and that is it. No surgery, no radiation, no chemotherapy. I mean, it sounds like science fiction, but if you were familiar with the animal data, you might be thinking this might soon be science fact.
So I think you're being a little bit modest, Jeff. You said there's some optimism around your company. I think there's tremendous amount of optimism around your company and what you're accomplishing. Yeah, in the past, I've heard you talk about your platform and compare it to your background in software, and how this is a platform that you can build on the same way the software industry has. Would you mind getting into that for a minute?
Sure. Yeah, Marty, you're correctly pointing out that my last career was computers, software, internet, IT. And so when I came into the biotech field and I learned about viral vectors, I immediately recognized that viral vectors are the idea that you can convert a virus that would do damage to your body into an update that improves your health. We're actually cracking open viruses, scooping out the bad stuff, and using what's left over as an empty delivery vehicle, sort of a diskette that can allow us to bring things into the cell that can improve the operation of that cell and mitigate disease. So I got, tremendously excited about this, and I immediately saw a trajectory that was very similar to the software industry since 1960, which is that you can create tremendous efficiencies in this new drug development modality by utilizing a platform which has a lot of components that do the basic blocking and tackling, and then you go ahead and add some creativity on top of that to create something that would cure a disease. So it's very much like, imagine an operating system, MS-DOS, to equate this to the early days of the PC revolution. That you would never start by writing software directly on the hardware. If you were writing something for Android or Apple or a PC application, no, you would write using all of the API elements in the operating system to do all of the things that are common across all different types of applications. Well, the same is true for gene and cell therapy. The basic idea is you need to deliver therapeutic levels of a gene product in a targeted and safe manner. And we have tools that do all those things. So this is going to be a layered architecture, and AGT intends to be the Microsoft of this industry. The bottom layer is the transport layer. That is the viral vectors, and we're vector agnostic. Those are just, lentivirus and AAV is just paper tape and punch cards of this revolution. There will be diskettes coming along, and CDs, DVDs, and thumb drives. There'll be better delivery methods, and we'll use them. But then the central layer is going to be these reusable tools and components that are going to give massive efficiency to the developer of gene and cell therapy products for curing disease. And then the top layer will be the app. And we're going to be looking for people that will collaborate with us, specify exactly what needs to be either interrupted or enhanced in particular cells in the body to mitigate a disease. And we're going to look at our tool set, and if we can do it, there's a collaboration and there is a future product. And it can be done in a matter of 1/10 the cost and 1/10 the time of doing it any other way.
And that's just phenomenal, Jeff. I mean, you are the epitome of an entrepreneur thinking outside the box, and I just find that amazing. Is there anything else that you would like people to know about you and AGT?
No, I just really appreciate everybody being aware of us. Of course, we're excited to talk to anybody at the show. I do a lot of work with students at universities. I know you're just starting your career, and happy to speak with you. And we're talking with investors here. Of course, we're just wrapping up a $25 million raise. We've got about $5 million left in it, and that is not a solicitation because you have to be an accredited investor to speak with us about investment. So this is not a general solicitation, but if you happen to be here and you are an accredited investor, happy to speak with you as well. We think we've got a great opportunity there.
That's great. So I'm sure everybody heard that generous offer that you're willing to talk to people. You're especially willing to talk to students and new graduates. So again, this is Marty Rosendale, CEO of the Maryland Tech Council, and Jeff Galvin, the CEO of American Gene Technologies. Jeff, I thank you so much for your support, everything that you do for the community and the Tech Council.
Thank you, Marty. It's a pleasure. And you know that I'm a huge believer, not just in Tech Council, but in Maryland is becoming the epicenter of not just gene and cell therapy, but eventually biotech. This is a great area, and I'm so pleased to be here and so pleased to be able to partner up with Maryland Tech Council and all the other folks in the Maryland community to just make this whole revolution happen. Thanks.